What's going on, box fans? Julian Williams with the distance, and also right now coming at you from the 12th and final round. I'm here to post a response to one of my fellow co-hosts of the 12th and final round, JR503JR, in his thoughts on a possible matchup between Andre Berto and Shane Mosley. My thoughts on the matchup: I think that this matchup has the potential to be a classic. I think it does because it puts together so many questions and it puts together so many key elements. You have youth versus experience. You have a young hungry yet unestablished fighter and a hungry veteran. You have a veteran who wants to get his big matchup, get his big payday against two of boxing's biggest stars, and wants to be in that spotlight. And you have a young fighter in Andre Berto who wants to break into the mold of boxing's elite. So all these elements make this matchup to be huge. Shane Mosley and Andre Berto coming off of long layoffs basically, and you know, and a lot of things in this matchup just make this a very intriguing matchup. You know, it's like this. In boxing, a lot of boxers, to me, with their craft, paint a picture, and in the matchups, it's like who could paint the better picture. You know, you got Andre Berto, who puts his punches together very well, and seems to me to be very smart actually. I think he's very smart for a fighter who I think possibly is still green. And Shane Mosley puts his shots together very well and looked good with his new trainer. He's basically with a boxing expert in Nazim Richardson. And I'm not praising him for his victory, for training Hopkins to a victory against Pavlik or Margarito, or a victory over Mosley over Margarito. I just see that Nazim Richardson is a real student of the game, and he's very smart. So I like that Mosley has Nazim Richardson in his corner, and under the tutelage of Nazim Richardson and Berto. I'm not sure who his trainer is, but I think Berto's one of those fighters that just does his own thing, but he does it well. And there's one opponent that they both have in common in Luis Collazo. Look what Shane Mosley did to him, and look at what Berto did. Look at what Collazo did to Berto. You can't. But styles make fights. Styles make fights, and Shane Mosley's style. He was able to get the knockdown against Collazo and go on to a unanimous decision. And Andre Berto had had a split against Collazo. A lot of boxing experts thought that Berto got outboxed and should have lost the matchup, but he finished strong, and that's something that both fighters have in common. They both finished very strong. Mosley goes for the knockout, and Berto usually goes for the kill, but sometimes with Berto, I don't think he tries to go for the kill or whatever. He hadn't had a knockout since he won the title, and Mosley just knocked out a fighter that many were comparing his chin to a Jake LaMotta and Antonio Margarito. But man, this matchup is, just the thought of it just sounds to me is very exciting. I think it's supposed to be taking place January 30th, if it's even signed yet. Maybe Golden Boy is trying to show up Cotto Pacquiao and announce their fight on that date and stuff. But man, this matchup is very exciting to me. It's because it all comes down to who could take more punishment and who's willing to dish it out. That's all it comes down to in this matchup. Who's willing to give out the punishment? Who's willing to take it? Will Mosley's veteranship and punching power and an actual eagerness for a big fight with Mayweather and Pacquiao, get him the victory? Will it get Mosley to perform on a great level, or will Andre Berto's anxiousness and youth and athleticism get to Mosley? So all this stuff here, makes this a very intriguing matchup. I think that Andre Berto is the future of the welterweight division, but there's still some work that needs to be done. And with Shane Mosley, I just think that people are saying Margaret was the best win of his career. I agree. It was the best win of his career, but Margarito's style was just tailor-made for Mosley. And Collazo, I like to say that Andre Berto may have underestimated Collazo. But, this matchup is just, to me, I think will be one of those matchups that are going to be hard to score. And I think this matchup for both fighters propels them to another level. And a lot of people will wonder, what does a victory over Andre Berto do for Shane Mosley? And what does a victory over Shane Mosley do for Andre Berto? And see, for Andre Berto, this does very well for Andre Berto. Because for Andre Berto, Shane Mosley is just coming off. Shane Mosley is considered the #1 welterweight in the world. So that's going to elevate him to elite status. For Shane Mosley, possibly, it brings him to that matchup with either Floyd Mayweather or Manny Pacquiao. Either one of them. So this brings a lot of intrigue and it brings a lot of questions. And a matchup between Andre Berto and Shane Mosley, to me, I think is the best fight outside of Cotto, Pacquiao, Mayweather, Cotto, or Mayweather, Pacquiao. It's the best welterweight fight that could happen. This matchup is going to bring excitement. It's going to bring boxing fans in general, because this is a matchup that boxing fans are looking for. A matchup where I think, somewhat all technique is going to be thrown out the door. It's just going to be punches thrown, all night long in this matchup. I'm not sure if this matchup is even going to go the full 12. It should, but man, this matchup is very exciting. And anyway, it's just like I said, it's hard to score, and this matchup will answer a lot of questions. Will Andre Berto be ready for the limelight and the boxing spotlight, or being on that elite status, or is it time for Shane to go? Or is Shane ready for a Mayweather or Pacquiao, which I think he is? Or will Mayweather and Pacquiao fight Shane? Or what's next for Mosley? So anyway, that's my thoughts on a possible Berto versus Mosley matchup. Be sure to check out JR503 JR's channel, and be sure to check out the 12th and Final Round, my other channel, and be sure to check out our post-fight show on Rope-A-Dope Radio on November the 14th, following Miguel Cotto versus Manny Pacquiao. But anyway, that was the distance.